What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today we're going to teach you how to set up your WET 70-volt indoor and outdoor wall speaker series. But before we dive in, let me quickly explain how 70-volt systems work. Now 70-volt amps allow you to run a large amount of speakers through a fixed and constant wattage off of 1 amp. For example, you can run over 100 speakers off 1 amp if you match the wattage being drawn by the speakers to the ability of the amp. You can do that by tapping each speaker to a specific watt amount by using the tap controls on the back of each speaker. So for example, if my amp has 100 watts, I can tap each speaker at 5 watts, giving me the ability to use 20 speakers. So to connect these speakers to your amp, you'll want to take the red wire and feed it through the hole of the positive terminal, and then you'll want to do the same thing with the black wire through the negative terminal. And if you want to wire your speakers in parallel, you would want to daisy chain the speakers by wiring the positive wire from one speaker to the positive terminal of the next speaker, and then you'll want to do the same thing for the negative wires all the way down your chain till it reaches back to the amp. Now if we use a multi-zone amp with these speakers, that then opens up the flexibility of where we can control the sound and how you set it up in your space. But the same principles apply. You basically have to match the tapped wattage amount of each speaker to each zone's recommended wattage amount, and you'll be good to go. And then you'll have independent volume controls for different speakers in different zones. If you want to learn even more about 70-volt technology, check out our video on what is 70-volt. So now let's go over to Mike, who's going to teach us how to set up these speakers.
What's up guys, Mike from Rockville, and today we are looking at the new 70-volt indoor-outdoor wall speakers from Rockville, the WET series. There are two different sizes of 5-inch and 6-inch, and both sizes are available in two different colors of black and white. Now these speakers are great for restaurants, outdoor patio areas, bars, party rooms, event hall, schools, offices, retail spaces, and any other commercial applications where you need to fill a large area with a lot of speakers. Now this bracket is what allows you to attach this speaker to a wall using the two included mounting screws. You can mount it either horizontally or vertically and change the position of the speaker using the knobs on the swivel bracket up here. This allows you to point the speaker in the most optimal position for sound staging, whether you're indoors like in a bar area or outdoors on a patio. A lot of times you're going to want to create a balanced and focused listening environment, and having the ability to swivel allows you to do that. But speaking about the outdoors, these speakers are IPX55 rated. This means these speakers can withstand heavy rain, moisture, sun, dust, and even jet streams of water hitting it from multiple angles. The cabinet is made from an upgraded high-end ABS material, and there's even a special cloth inside to block water from getting inside the vent. The grill is made from aluminum to ensure that it won't rust from outdoor use, and the bracket itself is made from stainless steel, so it's also rust proof. Even the speaker wire terminals are waterproof and rust proof. This speaker is a truly weatherproof speaker. Now I mentioned before there's a vent on the speaker. This is one of the only indoor-outdoor 70-volt speakers on the market with a vented design. This will give you a strong bass response and a great full range of sound quality at both low and high volumes. Now on the back over here are the terminals, and as I mentioned before, this is a 70-volt speaker, so over here is the 70-volt tap. Essentially, a 70-volt tap is a transformer built into the speaker that keeps a fixed draw from the amp to the speaker. In less technical terms, that just means I have options in how many watts I can pull from the amp to each speaker. Now both the 5-inch speaker and the 6-inch speaker in this series can be tapped at 5 different wattage amounts. So you can tap them at 2.5 watts, 5 watts, 10 watts, 15 watts, and even 20 watts. It's very easy to tap with these speakers, so you just put your negative speaker wire in here, you put your positive speaker wire in here, and then you just turn the 70-volt knob to whatever you want to tap it at. So say I wanted to tap it at 20 watts, I would just turn this knob until it was pointing at 20 watts. And then once you have all of the speakers tapped, it's very easy to do the wiring. It's all parallel wiring, so you go from positive to positive on each speaker and negative to negative all the way down the chain. Now the great thing about these speakers and 70-volt speakers in general is you can mix and match these with other 70-volt speakers tapped at different wattage amounts. The one thing you do want to double check in a 70-volt system is the amount of speakers you have, what all of them are tapped at, and make sure that your amplifier is capable of producing that power. For example, if I have 10 of these speakers tapped at 10 watts, I'm going to want to match it with an amplifier that can easily produce 100 watts. This gives you so many possibilities on how you can use them. For example, you can use them with other ceiling speakers in a party room and get a really full sound. Or you can use them in an outdoor patio area, and because these speakers are so loud, you don't have to worry about them competing with the outdoor sound element.
So I hope this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your WET 70-volt indoor and outdoor wall speaker series. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. We'll see you guys next time.